24 February 2023. Say hello. Third part of our conversation. Very conclusive. We are kind of hearing not conclusive arguments and talks about a very, conclusive portfolio. It's for real. And we will request by the diary, because we have violation of our private space and the digital things we are used to do, but not anymore. And even as analogical with your private diary having interference. And the Constitution in Brazil, even if you are a foreigner, protects you. But if the power as institutional state power had the misuse, you probably will have to complain this protection, even made by an international player, observing the Article 144 of the Brazilian Constitution, which says that everyone can cooperate or even replace the lack of legitimacy to act by law if you are running criminal purpose. All Brazilian institutions are doing this. Article 74, integrated failure. 23, item 1 or clause 1, the distribution of power based on circuits as failored circuits on institution to use the institutional power for criminal purpose. This is a fact. Credit reasons. The antitrust justice in the United States, could you present any reason there? Criminal system. No. United Kingdom show business in both cases already told, phases 1, 2, and 3. Equally, you couldn't present your criminal reasons. Now the International Criminal Court. Cgqm, guess what? Say hello. Representing the self-determination to be against the organized crime, which is something that you don't have, and puts ourselves in a different sides one more time. This time in front of the judges at the International Criminal Court. We do not have nothing to share, but I have everything against you and to charge you. Criminal system. I don't like you all. Representing the self-determination to be against the organized crime, even under systematic and unfair aggressions by the misuse of institutional and state power. Only goes but by who has the use as state and institutional power, and still considering all hoax and misconceptions made or perpetrated during the judicial cognition in USA, Europe, and this time the International Criminal Court. It's named obstruction of justice in the United States. The premise to protect all crimes by corruption in an institutional level, which puts you all codified. It's flawless and it's used to put you down, haunting in the way we did. 1. Reason to charge. We are presenting to you International Criminal Court. I am your new friend, I would say. Charge against the institution in solidarity by corruption and crimes, because organized crime is inside, annoying we all. For instance, I have to complain this issue at this court is International Criminal Court, representing everything recognized by law, confirmed, if got confirmed by American judicial power, Europe as United Kingdom judicial power, and this time you International Criminal Court, because The criminals are annoying we all. Even a diffuse area like consume. By the meat you eat, by the drink you have, the coffee you drink, with problems affects we all. 48 hours to our criminal system expose their criminal reasons and justify the criminal use of state power and institutional power against individual citizenship, moral entities discredit other state others constitution, even as constitutional premises like freedom of thoughts, stability, tranquility, and requesting 48 hours for Brazil and peers operated as crime system present their criminal reasons, this time on International Criminal Court, about crimes by state or institutional power. Can you do this, criminal offender? I bet you don't. The most curious thing, if you use my instruments as mobile and you have only 48 hours to do this, if I decide to have a fresh start of my mobile, let this mobile or personal computer shut down, you will be desperate. I bet you will. If you request more time considering this, probably by inference we can have that you use this to scapegoat things. It's kind of confession. And things are gonna be even little to you sustain your life, as we told you before. It's the functional relation. We have this on economy and other sides and state control. See, situation is complicated, criminal offender. You will suffer consequence from the judicial power America, Europe, and this time the International Criminal Court, considering the independent oversight mechanism that must be independent as a mechanism to oversight the judicial system. Even if they wouldn't have the will to act, they will be pushed to have the injection as motivation to act. Any question? Today is Friday, 24 February 2023, 10 o'clock, Rio de Janeiro City, RJ State, Brazil. Scratching my hands, projecting my piece of benefits after all things suffered as a compensation, and all this sourced at my legal right as compensation under constitutional conformities, not only in Brazil but all around the globe, because the corruption is always wrong, especially when it's segmented and qualified as misuse of institutional power and state power to put a citizen down. But like me, any other citizen observing the area that you did this in Brazil can have this feeling and have the concurrent interest to strike back, because they reply as self-defense or a defensive system. And the way we are setting the new architecture for COBOL, kind of you are having the sense, but not the thing as itself. Implies that you suffer the aggression first, and in the way we had all things here, for sure we did suffer this aggression at first. And the consequence as a creditor is only request the satisfaction of the credit. And they were exposed each cent in all trillions charged. great weekend. And one more time. 48 hours, you need the instruments. If I cut the instruments, we will request more time, or we will do the forecast and follow up to understand which ways you use when the ways you are accustomed to commit the frauds as obstruction are shut.